Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a long time since we've had an opportunity to do any games. That hasn't stopped us from purchasing and playing new games. But it's been kind of chaotic the last few months. Different things that we have in mind and family things and things like that. But with this quarantine going on, today's what, March the 21st, 22nd? 22nd, Sunday the 22nd. Quarantine is crazy, and so we are going to go ahead and do this video at least, but we were thinking about maybe doing a couple more so that way everyone had more entertainment during this difficult time. We are not in quarantine. We are not sick or contagious. I have to work Monday. She doesn't. Because the school systems are closed. So we are just kind of hanging out, and that's why I'm in my PJs. And she's not. She's showing me up. But it's quarantine day, so that's how I'm dressing today. So today we're going to play Incubation, which is, it seems as though it was created by Carl Breyer, illustrated by Katie Grierson, and brought to us by Synopsis Games. So, let's go ahead and open this up. We already opened it. I had figured out how to play it, but Melissa hadn't. So we went ahead and opened the game so that way she could learn how to play the game, and that's why everything's already punched out. As you can see here, the box is perfectly designed for everything to fit in here perfectly. So this is a round board that has a three-fold, but it fits in here with the curves of the vacuum tray. Come with a couple bags for the water and the fire punch outs. We have objective cards. If you accomplish any of these objective cards, then you can grab them off the board. Are we missing a couple? 3, 6, 7. Yeah, we are. Would you go ahead and shuffle those? And then also, we have the egg cards. Huh. I wonder if those got shuffled in somewhere. Yep, they're there. So we also have the egg cards, which most of the eggs are eggs. When you incubate them, you will hatch a dragon. But you have the occasional egg, which you will incubate for extra points, extra rewards, but no dragon. So you kind of have to pick and choose which one you want to do. And then we have the hardest one, which is the mystery eggs. Most of these, as far as I can tell, are difficult to perform, but they're wild cards. You get no rewards, but because they count as one dragon, any one dragon that you need that turn, then they're actually pretty valuable. So there are 4 types of dragons. Red, blue, yellow, and green. You can call them whatever you want. We just call them by their collars, which is funny considering I'm colorblind. Would you go ahead and shuffle those for me? Also in this vacuum tray, we have a place for the first player marker, which will come into play later. We have our awesome and very unique to this game dice. They're a little bigger than normal dice. I don't think I have any with me right now. But I love the color. How they're not solid. They actually look like they could be made from dragon eggs. You have 2 fire symbols, 2 water symbols, 1 coin symbol, and 1 treasure chest symbol on each die. They're both exactly the same. If you roll a water symbol, you can get 1 water. If you roll 2 water symbols, you can get 3 water. And that remains true for all the other sides. You have 1 coin or 3 coins, 1 fire or 3 fire, and it all depends on what else you roll. Like that. If you roll a treasure chest, you will spin the middle icon, which we'll show you in a minute. And if you spin double treasure chest, then you can take treasure off of the board. So we'll come to that in a minute. We have gold in this game. We have 5 pence gold, which they're a little generic looking, but I like them. Even though they're cardboard, they look very old, they look based on something very realistic. And then we have it's called 1 gold, but we call it silver. And there on the back you can see a dragon egg, and they're the ones. Those will come into play in a little bit, not only with the dice, but also with the board. Here we have our water, which is pretty obvious, pretty generic. Not to downplay it, I'm just saying, like, water's water. Oh, fiddlesticks. There we go. So we're going to get rid of the vacuum tray. And we have the fire symbols. So the entire purpose of this game, will you help me separate these? Is you are incubating up to 2 eggs. You will start out with 1, and you can forfeit 1 of your dice roll to get a second egg. You can't hold any more than what fits on here. If you completely resolve both eggs at the same time, using both dice, then you can't get another egg right away. So that's something to think about while we play. And all 5 of these incubations, this is a game for 2 to 5 players. All 5 of these incubations are unique because of the incubation area. Which I think this one here looks kind of generic or human. This here has like a water look to it, a fire look to it, an elf or Celtic look, and an alchemic look. That's just my personal opinion. Which one would you like? Okay, and I think I'm going to go with fire this time. So we're going to set those out of the way. It comes with little bags. This one here was holding this centerpiece. And these 2 are for putting the water and fire into. So it is pretty cool that games have started doing that more and more. And then these are the rules, which we're going to go over as we play it. I never recommend only learning how to play a game through a video. We're going to show you how to play it, but you should always at least glance through the rule book and make sure things are accurate and confirmed, because if we wanted to, since there's only 2 players, we could both play with 2 incubators, which is not what we're going to do. But we could. And if we did, then that would mess up the rules, the rule explanation for you. So let me set that aside, and we'll set this aside. Oh... And these all need to go up. And then we need to set up the board. Okay, so this is the board, this is the spinner. The first time, when you first set up the game, you give it a spin. And those dragons get those items. So this dragon will get fire, this dragon will get water, and this dragon will get gold. And anytime a single chest is rolled, if a single chest is rolled, this gets spun 1 time, and those dragons get those items. If 2 chests are rolled, then you get to take all the items from 1 chest and use them the best that you can. If you take all the items and you can't use them all, then they get put back in that same chest that you took them from. Okay, so sorry for that blip. We had to kind of reset our cameras. We have our eggs that we're going to incubate. Always get shuffled, which is a little hard to do unbiasedly because they're double-sided. You have your eggs on one side and how much they cost and what you're going to get, and you have your dragon on the other side or your lack thereof. So just without really thinking about it, without trying to be selfish or greedy, just give them a good shuffle. And then you're going to cut the deck twice, like so, and like so. And those are going to get set out on the board. There are 3 spots for those. Based on the number of players, depends on how many objectives are placed out. So if there's if there's anywhere between 2 and 5 players, these 3 are always going to get placed out. If there's 4 players, you're going to place that one out, and if there's only 2 or 3 players, then you're going to place this one out. And then the other ones get set aside, and that is what gives this game its replayability. So we're going to go ahead and flip these over so that we can figure out what the objectives are. This one you have to have 3 blue dragons and 10 gold. 2, these are green, right?
Yes.
2 green dragons and 3 red. 2 yellow, 2 green, and 5 gold. 8 of any dragon/dragons. And then 4 of any dragon/dragons and 10 gold. So you can have any 4 dragons. They can all be 4 of the same ones or 4 random ones or whatever. It doesn't matter. We're going to decide who gets to go first. Oh, the rules say whoever ate eggs last. And I know for a fact that was Melissa. She had eggs this morning. After she cooked me a beautiful pancake breakfast, she fixed herself some eggs. So you get to go first. So here is your first player token. And the reason that's important is because once someone has activated the end of the game, whoever hasn't gone in that round gets to go. So if I activate the end of the game, she doesn't get one more turn. If she activates it, I get one more turn. So you get to go first, so I get to pick the first dragon. And I think I want this one. And actually I need to spin this back once because that's the way it started. Mm-hmm. So there's my 1 dragon in the incubator. Go ahead and pick yours. Okay, and you get to start. Now this game, you can go ahead. This game can actually go very quickly. Just depends on how much hee-hawing around someone might do. She rolled 1 treasure chest, so this is going to get spun once. Water there, fire there, water there, and a coin there. And then she also rolled a fire. So she gets 1 fire emblem, and she gets to put it on her dragon. If she had rolled, can we change that to a fire? If she had rolled 3 fire, she could have only used 2 of them, so she would have put out 2, and the third one would have been placed anywhere on the board that she wanted to. Same thing if it had been rolled as 3 water, she would have, double water, she would have gotten 3, and in this case she can use all 3. So there's that. 2 fire. So I can use 1 fire, and I could donate 2 of them to a treasure chest, or I can use the 1 fire, and I can trade in the other emblem for another dragon. So I think I'm going to take this one. So now I have a red egg and a green egg, and she has a red egg. She rolled a fire and a water. Fire and water. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my water. And I'm going to finish this dragon. Oh, isn't he so cute? I can't believe you didn't laugh at that. And then so I took the water for that, and then I can take the fire for this one, or if there's an egg out here that I want that I don't want her to get right away, I can take it, which actually, I kind of do want another red egg. So I'm going to go ahead and take that red egg and discard that second emblem. However, I finished a red egg, so I can either take from this red dragon chest or this red dragon chest. And since I forfeited my fire emblem, I might as well just go ahead and take from this chest and get that emblem. This one has a coin, which we can use coins, but I can use fire more. Go ahead. So she rolled double fire, so she gets 3 fire emblems, or she can sacrifice one of those to get another egg.
I'm going to sacrifice this one to get
Okay.
this egg.
So she took a blue egg.
And then I'm going to get
There you go. If she had done that backwards and said, well, I'm going to take the fire emblem and put it on the board, and then I'm going to use the second fire emblem to get the egg, she'd have talked herself out of an advantage. Alright, 3 fire. I can use one of them, and that's it. So the other 2, and since I can't get another egg, I can only hold 2, so the second one plays. So I think what I'll do is put these 2 inside of this. There you go. She got a coin and a treasure chest, so we're going to rotate that once. Fire and water. Okay. Water, fire, coin, and then you get a coin. Water and a coin, so I'll take my water, let's put it on the green one, and I get a coin, and so there's that. Here you go.
fire and water.
Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. Fire and a coin. I can't use the fire. Oh, you know what? Something I completely forgot about. We played this yesterday after I watched a video, and like I said, you really need to read the instructions, but if I'm not mistaken, and I'm doing this on camera for a reason, roll the dice. After your first roll, you may re-roll one or both of the dice. I apologize. You can re-roll your dice one time, and I wouldn't mind another coin, but I would really rather get resources. So, same thing. Alright, so I think what I'll do is put fire here, and I will take a coin, please. That's what I get for forgetting and then trying to use it for the first time on my turn. So she rolled double coins, so she gets 3. Good job. Well, good for you. Let's face it, dice rolls are not skill, they are chance, which is why I got 3 fire. Alright, so let's see here. We'll put, oh, they all have to go to the same chest. There you go. Oh, and I just put all that fire out. I should have re-rolled. Oh well. Fire and 1 coin. I'm going to re-roll. 3 water, that's what I'm talking about. So those 3 water are going to let me incubate both of my eggs at the same time. The only problem with that is the rewards that are on the board for hatching an egg means that those rewards are just going to sit there. I can't use any of them. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 1 water and finish hatching this egg. So these are all gone. There we go. And I have a new green dragon. And then I'm going to use the 2nd water for a new egg. And I think I'm going to take the red one again. So we'll put that there. And then, because I hatched a green dragon, I can either take from this treasure chest, which is 4 fire, or this treasure chest, which is 2 fire and a water. Guess what I get to do? I get to hatch another egg. So there's all the requirements for that one. There's that. And unfortunately, the only thing left in the green dragon's chest is fire. No, wait, that was red.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. That's the problem with being colorblind, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. So put that up there. I hatched a red dragon, so I can get a fire and a token. Now I can take the gold, that's mine, but the fire I can't use. I can't go past my limit. So it goes back into the same chest. So that's my turn, which was a very successful one, if I may say so.
Very good.
Thanks. Fire and a coin.
I'm gonna reroll.
Okay. I don't mind one bit.
Same
Fire
thing.
and a coin.
Sorry, I got it.
Yep.
I can trade those in.
Okay. So she has 5 gold. Go ahead. And so she's just going to trade them in for a single 5 gold piece. And then you also get a fire, so you need to place that somewhere. Good for you. Alright, let's see what we get this time. Water and a chest. So let's go ahead and rotate the chest once. Thank you. So the fire goes here, the water goes here, and the coin goes there. There you go. The chest, when you roll the chest, it always has to happen. Anything else you roll that's like for you, you can forfeit that to pull an egg. I need water, which is why I took the water, but the chest has to happen. You got fire and water.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the water.
Okay. And you're going to finish that egg. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Just leave them there for now. And then for that 1 red dragon, you can either get fire or water.
I'm gonna get the water.
Okay. And then for your 2nd fire, you can re-roll that die, because you haven't rolled it yet.
Mm-hmm.
You can forfeit it for a dragon egg, or you can take that 1 flame and put it somewhere on the board.
I'm gonna get another egg.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Okay. Alright, got 2 fire again, which I can't use. So we're going to try to get some water. Got some water. So first I'm going to forfeit the red, or the fire, so that I can get another egg. And I could use... I guess I'll take this yellow one here. And then the 1 water is going to finish off that red dragon. So now we have that under there. And then I get all the treasure from 1 of the red dragons. This one has none, so I'll take this one and put it on this egg. My resources are discarded, and I used that one. So there you go. Fire and water. so she's definitely taking the water. We'll move that. You finished off a blue one.
Mhm.
So do you want to get another egg with your other one? Do you want to look at the resources that you're going to get from a blue dragon?
Yeah, I'm gonna take these resources.
Okay. So she gets another coin, a fire, and a water. Do you want the other fire?
I think I'm gonna get this dragon.
Okay. I wondered if you wouldn't go for the blue one, but I just didn't know. Alright. So a coin and a water. I definitely need the water, but I think I'm gonna re-roll this. I got a treasure chest, so let's go ahead and do that. Water, fire, coin, and then I get the one water. So there's that. There you go.
Three water.
Mm-hmm. Which you can actually use 3 water this time.
Mhm.
Good for you. Yeah. Coin and a fire. I definitely need the fire, but I'm gonna forfeit the coin so that way I can get an egg. And I think I'm gonna take this one. I don't know if I like that. I think I want this one. So I'm going to take that. And then the one fire comes over here, which finishes off that egg. So I've hatched a yellow dragon. We'll put it down there for a minute. So these need to be gotten rid of. And I hatched a yellow dragon so I can get the resources. So I'm going to take this one and get some fire and a token. There you go.
Can I reroll just this one?
Yeah. Got 3 fire. Good for you. So which one are you going to finish off? Okay, cool. So she's knocking out the blue one first, but she already took her 3 fire, so we need to move these. Knocked out the blue one. Good for you. And you get the spoils from a blue one. Yep, the other one's empty. So she gets the 1 fire. So she gets to hatch that, which gave her a yellow. The water she couldn't use, so it has to stay on the board. And now you get the spoils from a yellow dragon. She again can't use the water, so she gets a token. Sometimes it happens that way, but it was a good play. Good for you. Alright, treasure chest and water. Now I can re-roll that. And I think I'm going to. Oh, never mind. Fire, water, coin, and I get a water. So there's that. There you go. As long as you don't get double chest, everything's useful. Thank you. Fire in this one, water in that one, coin in that one.
And then I'm going to use the fire to get an egg. And
Okay. 2 coins, which I feel would be a little bit silly to do, so I'm going to re-roll them. Got 3 water. So, I'm going to forfeit 1 for a dragon egg. And, thank you. And I'm going to use the other one for a water. So there's that. Okay.
okay.
Sorry, go
That's
ahead.
okay.
Fire and water. Water, fire, coin. And you got a water for yourself. Okay. Water and fire. So first, I'm going to go ahead and get that fire. Let's move that. And this green dragon hatches. Goody goody gumdrops for me. Because I now have 3 red dragons and 2 green dragons, which means that I can acquire an objective. Now this is just points at the end of the game, but it's I met the requirements and I've picked up this card this turn. Even though I've met other requirements, or no I haven't, but I've come close. I can't claim anything else right now. I have to just claim the 1, and on my next turn, if I can meet an objective and it's still available, then I can do that. Now what I want to figure out is, do I want this water? I hatched a green egg, which means I'd either get this or that. So, yeah, I think I am going to forfeit this for another egg. And I think I'm going to take this one. So, because I hatched a green egg, I get all of the spoils of a green dragon. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 fire. And, thank you, 1 water. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I also have 5 gold, so I'm going to trade those in for a gold piece. Thank you. And yeah, I'm just putting my victory point back there. But it is your turn. And even though I've already used the 3 red and the 2 green to acquire this victory, I can still use the same dragons to acquire another victory. Just pointing that out.
I'm gonna reroll.
Okay. I don't know what you got.
Chest and fire.
Oh, okay. So this time you got 3 water.
I'm just gonna take 1
Okay.
and then get another dragon.
Okay.
Another egg.
Yep. Okay. Fire and a chest. I can't use fire, and the chest would stink right now. Oh man. I was really hoping for 2 water. Okay, so nothing I can do about the fire. It's going to have to be played. And I will put it... I want to put it on, well, fudge. I guess I'll put it on this one. And the water I can use. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up one water and put it right here. Water and fire. What a quinky dink. Okay. And 2 fire, which I can't use, so we're going to re-roll those. Fire in a chest. Go ahead and rotate that for me. Okay, water, fire mandatory, and I will put the fire over here. There you go. Two fire. Okay. Okay, so you're going to knock out the blue one. And then 2 more on your green one. And your blue one is hatched. I'm going to steal your blue one for a second. Isn't he precious? So there's that. That's it?
But I can get.
Oh, yes, you can. Sorry. So you hatch the blue one so you get the spoils. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Oh, I'm short one water.
No, you're not. You just didn't move it.
Oh, I didn't.
All
I was
right.
thinking I only needed 2.
Yep, so you got it this time. She hatched a green one.
So I can take this.
Yep. She can't take any of the fire or water, but she at least has her tokens.
And I have 5.
Yep. And?
I completed
Yep.
that one.
Yep, you sure can. Good for you, babe.
Thank you.
Okay, so I got a fire and a water. I still can't use the fire. So, I still can't use the fire. Okay, water, fire. Well, I'm going to put the water here, and I'm going to put the fire here, just that way it's a place marker. That's yours. I hatched this egg, which means I get all the spoils from a green and all the spoils from a blue, which were exactly what you took from me. So what I can do is take the blue spoils and use it here, and the green one unfortunately only has fire or nothing, so I can't use that. The problem though is I don't have a dragon. I have an empty egg. So I will get extra points at the end of the game, but I do not get a dragon now. And since I still can't use the fire, whoops, instead of using that fire, what I'll do is, because I still get these, what I can do is take an egg. So I'll do this, and then take these fires and put them here. I did it in a messed up order. Sorry. I forgot I could still take an egg. So there's that. And now it's your turn.
If I reroll this and get a fire or water, I could get a second egg, right? Because it was a chest.
Yes, yes.
Reroll.
Okay. So you can forfeit one of those and get an egg, and then apply a resource, or you can forfeit both of them and get 2 eggs. especially if there's 2 eggs out there that you want. Okay.
But I completed that one.
Oh, did you really?
Well, I have 4 dragons and 10.
Well, fiddlesticks. Go ahead. Good for you. Alright. Water and fire. Let's try the fire again. 3 water. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So first, we will set the 2 water here and complete that dragon. This one I'm definitely using, because if I try to forfeit a die, then I forfeit the second water. So I had to take all 3 water. So we're going to hatch this one, which is a green, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Which will give me the spoils from the green one, which is nothing. So set those aside. Go ahead and apply the water here. And there. And that's it. So, there you go. If I'd known that was going to happen, I should have hatched this one first. Because this one I don't get any spoils.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reroll.
Okay. Fire and a gold coin. Okay. I don't need any fire. Water. So I'm definitely taking the 1 water. So there's that. This hatches a wild dragon. So this can count as any 1 dragon I need it to count as. So I'm going to call it a yellow dragon for right now. Because what I have is 5 gold, 2 yellow, 2 green. I get this bad boy. But the egg itself was not a specific color, so I don't get any spoils from the board. But I do have extra coin for later. And I'll put this under here as a wild. Whoops. And I can't use the other water, but I can take an egg. So I think what I want is that blue one. Because I'm not hatching any blue ones, and I feel like hatching a blue one. Which is really stupid. Instead, I want this yellow one. So we'll do that instead. That was the second die, and that's your turn. Okay. Let's see what I can get away with. A fire in a chest. Let's reroll that. Water. I will gladly take a fire and a water. Go ahead.
I'm gonna reroll both.
Was that the same thing?
No, it was 1 last time.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fire, water, and your gold coins out there.
Yes.
Your silver gold coin. Alright, I need 1 exact roll. Nope. Let's try again. Nope. Go ahead and spin that. Water here, fire here, gold coin there. And I do have a flame for myself. So there you go.
Hmm.
3 fire.
Yeah. I guess I'll take it.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. There we go. 1 water and 1 coin. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to take that coin. I'm going to take that water. This dragon egg hatches for a yellow. I want that coin. And I already had it, but I wanted to finish out my last egg. I have 8 dragons, so I get to take this. And that would normally, because we took all of the objectives off the board, that would normally start the finishing round, but I'm the last player. So unfortunately you don't get another turn. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But that's the end of the game. Everything that's out here doesn't matter. There are 2 ways to end the game. You either take all of the objectives off the board, depending on how many players there are, or you clear out 2 of the 3 dragon piles, which this one still had quite a few, this one still had a few. So that wasn't going to happen anytime soon. Mm-hmm. We just had a really good objective pattern for a quick game, which is great. Mm-hmm. So let me get those off the board. The dragons that she started, she doesn't get to keep, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Or claim, more specifically. So there, there, and there. You got your dragons? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to count up our points. I have 7 gold. How much gold do you have?
11.
11, okay, and then we're going to count up our points. Which is a little boring to watch, I understand, but it'll be okay. Oh, man. I got a lot more dragons than last time. Okay. So the objectives are always 5 points. So there's 15 for that. And then 25. Sorry. 35. 40, 51, 57, 60, 67. You have, did you already count them, or?
44, I think. What's that one?
Okay, so let's move this one for a second. Here you have 15, 21, 27, 27 and 14 is 41, 44, 45, 55. Mm-hmm. So 55 to 67. Mm-hmm. I won this time, but you won last time, so we're tied. We have to play again, but you guys don't get to see that one. I don't want to show me losing again on camera. Hey guys, thanks a lot for coming out during this quarantine, visiting with us. We appreciate your company. We appreciate your comments and your likes, those of you that do so. You know, I would never recommend anyone not do that. We would love to hear from you. Please remember that we are trying to make this more of a Christian station. So please watch your language. But other than that, we'll take any constructive criticism that you guys have. For example, Matt needs speech therapy. But other than that, this has been Incubation. And we thank you guys for coming out. Have a good day.